But you've noticed the similarity between what happened in the Gretchen Whitmer fednapping and what happened on January 6th related to these FBI infiltrators or undercover informants. Do you see that? Do you see even more similarities now that we've found out this information that the number 2 in one of the groups and as many as 8 FBI agents were involved in another one of these groups?
I absolutely do. And here's two comparisons. Number one, keep, as you know, the FBI official who ran the Michigan field office when all of this went down, a man named Stephen D'Antuono, his office was responsible for the main supervising agents and the main informant. He was promoted in October of 2020 after the arrests in that case were announced. And where did he go, Liz? He went to the FBI field office in Washington, D.C. So there, right then and there, you have a comparison. What happened, what we found out in the Oath Keepers case, that the number 2 of this so-called militia, who, by the way, brought no weapons to the Capitol on January 6th, like worst militia ever, that the number 2 in the Oath Keepers has been an FBI informant, was for months, possibly years before January 6th. What happened in the Whitmer fednapping is their main informant, Dan Chappell, was sworn in as the commanding officer, the number 2, for the imaginary militia in Michigan that allegedly tried to kidnap and kill Gretchen Whitmer. That's just one, two, three, 10 similarities of all these informants spread out in these so-called militias. And so those are just a few more of the ties. The other thing in the Oath Keepers case, and I know I'm getting a little in the weeds, but people can go to my reporting at amgreatness.com. What happened in the Whitmer case is you had the lead informant setting up encrypted chats, inviting his targets into these chats, and then provoking sort of really inflammatory, incendiary conversations, sort of vetting out plans, what they might be able to do with Gretchen Whitmer. You have on January 1st, an unknown person on January 1st, 2021, who set up an encrypted communications called Zello. He set this up, invited a bunch of people in, including one of the current defendants. We still don't know the name of the person who set up this chat, made it public on January 6th, and now that is being used as evidence in this particular defendant's trial. Not only that, Liz, the judge doesn't care who it is. The government's going to try to conceal his name. And defense attorneys are so overwhelmed, quite frankly, with all the evidence. There's only so much they can ask for in court because they know 99% of the time they're not going to get it. So that's just another similarity. And it's really important to underscore this was all happening at the same time in 2020. These informants were run in the summer of 2020. The fednapping case started to come together in early summer of 2020. So those aren't coincidences, right? That is why this whole thing has to be looked at. And I would actually start with the Whitmer case, to be honest.